These episodes are intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion advised.
Anything in life really, it's like a stock. A stock has ups, stock goes down, stock goes up, but overall the whole relationship, you want it to be going in a trending upward motion.
That it's literally
Yeah.
the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah, it is.
You have to voice your concerns, what's bothering you, so the other person can know. Because like they can't read your mind.
Staying here because I choose to be with you. I choose to love you. I don't care who comes
I
in.
guarantee you, if you go to Texas and in maybe like 3 days of you just actually being active on any app, it could be Hinge, Tinder, whatever the ones that they got nowadays. Bro, you swipe for maybe 10 minutes, you'll probably have 100 matches.
All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode, another tea time episode. Today we are talking about relationships with my two dudes, my two guys, my two brothers, my Nass and PJ. Welcome to tea time. You already been on the regular podcast, but welcome to the side segment.
Hey, your ass working. You got a podcast and a side podcast. And you're gonna have another side podcast when life comes.
I'm trying to mix it all together, okay?
Absolutely.
You got to keep the people interested. So,
absolutely,
we are going to start off with a little segment that I just came up with about like 5 minutes ago, called the boiling point. So I have 13 questions here, and I'm gonna ask both of you to choose a number between 1 and 13, and then y'all got to answer that question. These are about relationships, so it could be like a real hot boiling question, or it could be like a real so.
Okay.
Which one you want to go first?
Shit.
3?
Go 3.
All right. What did you underestimate in your current relationship or your previous relationship?
What did I underestimate? All right. Well, before getting into my relationship, I was single for a while. Like I was single I was single. Yeah, I hadn't dated since after high school, and we got together 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just imagine that. 2014.
So it's like 5 years.
You know what I'm saying? I was not dating. Like, I barely was even talking to girls like that, to be honest.
Wow.
So yeah, getting to the relationship, I think the hardest thing was, just considering the other person in everything that I do. You know what I mean? Like, you get so comfortable with just focusing on you, because that's all you have to take care of. You know what I'm saying? But like, literally, when you get in a relationship, now literally everything you do affects the other person. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep that in consideration. How you act in public, you know what I'm saying? How you interact with other folks, what you do in private, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just keeping that in consideration was probably one of the hardest things, aside from us being long distance from the beginning, that's a whole thing.
Damn, your whole relationship was different.
Long distance.
So that was super challenging because then you'll have to get on people's schedules and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it was like this, like I was in Japan at the time and she's in London. That's a 12-hour like difference. You know what I'm saying? So like, juggling that was hard. I didn't want to, say that because that's the obvious, but also coming from not being in a relationship for 5 years to jumping in a relationship that's long distance, that keeping them into consideration was probably.
Was there any roadblocks that you had to? What was some of the adjustments that you would say that you did that you had to do?
First of all we had was communication, obviously, because there's no physical, and even though my love language is physical touch, like. Yeah. I had to learn, and hers is more what is it called?
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. And why girls always love that? You know what I'm saying? All girls love
that. It's because like you have to understand, like with us women, like boys don't talk. Like we ask y'all a question, it's fine, I'm good. So like we're in our heads like, okay, does he like me? What's going on? Like, why isn't he, telling me certain things and stuff? So when you finally do open up and be like, oh no, I do like you. This is what I want. That's why it's so important to us for you guys to like communicate with us. Cause y'all are really short. Like y'all maybe 5 words.
Straight to it. No
Yeah,
word.
get to the point, man. We gonna show you. We gonna show you. We ain't gonna say what we gonna show
Exactly, but
you.
long distance he can't show. He got to say it.
Yeah, facts.
Oh,
You
yeah,
definitely.
that's
So you
definitely
kind of had to switch your whole language of love then, just
Mm-hmm.
to.
switch it up completely. You know what I'm saying? And all we
That's
have is
challenging.
communication. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, find the right time for us to communicate. Because literally, when I'm going to work, she's going to sleep, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
12 hours. Yep.
It's only like the
She.
days off and, a lot of texting
Yep.
and, you know what I'm saying? The weekends really was when we could really, you know what I'm saying, talk.
Yeah.
But I think that helped because then we got to know each other a lot more before any of the physical stuff came about. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. The emotional definitely came through.
I honestly think that's probably a better way because obviously you guys, but you could only go up from there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You get to know each other more, so y'all not, y'all not having, doing what
Having
adults
sex,
do
you can say
nowadays. Okay.
like we're not five.
Yeah,
With the
you
wrong
ain't smashing,
conversation,
so you
bro.
know what I mean. Your mind is like you're focused on her mental. You're not focused on damn that pussy good, man. Like so I really feel like that's good for you for any relationship because if you get into it too fast,
Mm-hmm.
you might get into the wrong relationship. And I think one of the things that I underestimated. Well, I definitely agree with what you put because it's a sacrifice, bro. Like
Yeah.
when you living your best life, now you
Yeah.
have to, for me, it was the communication. Like I had to realize like, yo, like, cause I would see her, I work, I still do, but I work, like 6 days a week. And then some days on my off day, like I'm still working and I'm like not that much of a texter. So, and
Same.
she'll be calling me but I work till like 2 a.m. So like when she's trying to call me, I'm still working. So it's kind of like what you was doing. It's the same situation, but I was cool with that. I was like, shit, I'm gonna see you like once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. We go, and she's like, oh my gosh, you work so much, and I can't believe it. You didn't even give me a good morning text and this and that. And I'm like, bruh, I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm trying to
I'm
tell
trying to
you.
make this money. But like we used to butt heads for a while, and now we kind of know how each other move. We. By the way, Gina,
Yeah.
I told you last
Okay.
time
Yep. You did when we were
that
supposed to drink last time,
we was
and that was
broken
the
up.
next question. That's what we should have started with. Are you guys look? Wait. Are you guys taken? Are you single? What is going on? Like, is it complicated? Whatever it may be. And if you are taken, how long have y'all been together?
You can go Manasa since yours seems better than mine. It's better. Great start for yours.
I'm taking. I've been taking
Yes,
since 2019.
2019, 5 years.
We're getting married actually in December. Yeah, we're
Oh
getting
wow!
married in December.
Congrats! Yes.
Yay!
Get
Let me be
married.
on the FaceTime, and so I can be like, "Yeah, Manasa."
Facts. Live stream that motherfucker for sure.
That's me right now.
Hell yeah! Congrats. Where you getting? Where you're in Germany? So you getting married there? You getting married in where? London? Where she's at?
Ghana, actually.
In
So
where?
Ghana.
Ghana. Okay.
Okay.
Is that where she's from too? Or I know that's where you're from.
Yeah,
Yes.
Both of y'all are. Got you. Damn, that's gonna be crazy.
that's gonna be really pretty.
A lot of planning, it's a lot of money, but
Yeah, well, thank God you're in Ghana, not like America, because
Yeah,
you
but
would be dropping
Africa coming up though,
10, 20,
man.
30 racks.
hey,
Africa
But
coming up.
I've shot some weddings they were from Ghana, and bro, they're lit. I
yeah,
don't know if y'all gonna do it, but I think it's Ghana. So if I'm messing it up, I apologize. But I think it was Ghana. It was like, well, one, they had like multiple outfits, which was
yeah,
crazy,
that's
and they
us.
like damn near look like pharaohs, and the
That's us.
colors is beautiful. And they were doing this one thing blew my mind where it was like, I think it was like called a money dance or something like that, where they pretty much dance and then they throw money and
Yeah,
then it just all on top of them making it rain. I was
that's
like,
us.
bruh,
That's us.
where's my net? I'm trying to shoot and have a net at the same.
That's
That
us.
was dope, bruh. It was
That's us.
dope.
That's
That
us.
was awesome. Well, congrats, man. And for me,
Yeah.
yeah, so last week I was broken up.
Mhm.
Now we back together. So yeah, it is what it. It is what it is.
That's so
It is what
stupid.
it is, bro. Yeah. Now
Hey,
I was.
some people have on and off. It happens.
You like that?
This was I mean, after we've been dating since 2019 too. but it's the first actual breakup. Like everything, in my opinion, has been going like, I think every relationship is going to have like its roadblocks, but if you're a good communicator and you're able to meet in the middle, you're going to get over the problems. But for this problem, this was something I had no control over because she became like really religious, and she's Muslim. And I think for their culture, if the man isn't the head of the household, isn't a Muslim, then it's like a cardinal sin. And if you marry someone who isn't Muslim, then the woman and the children will go to hell. So that's their belief. And shit, I mean, if that's your religious belief, it's not like I can say like, bro, that's stupid. You know what I mean? That's how a whole culture believes. So, I pretty much said, hey, look, she wanted me to like start reading the Quran and wear this and, like do that and like and I was just like, that's just something that I'm not and I wouldn't mind, but it's just not me. And I can't just live my life like lying like the whole time, you know what I mean, to myself.
Yeah, you gotta believe in it too.
Yeah, so we was broken up for like three months this time, and I was growing the mindset that I'm about to be out this summer, I'm about to get right. But and once I started living that single life, it was smooth. But then she came that day. I was at her house. We were like a magnet, man. We were broken up, but we still saw each other all the time. And like, it was just, it's like we couldn't get away from each other, even if we tried to type shit. And she just kind of came to a realization that, look, you ain't going to be religious. And to be honest with you, after she's thinking about it and learning more about the religion, I guess, and the culture, she kind of had her own perspective on how God believes and how this is and that. So she came around, you know what I mean? She came around for a real one. She was like, this man is that guy. I got to get him back.
Don't push yourself that high.
No, I'm just grateful.
No, it's good.
So yeah, it's been roadblocks, but we'll see how it is. So now it's complicated because I pretty much was like, okay, I'm gonna give you 6 months. And if things go good in 6 months, because she really was focused on, she was wanting to get married for like 2 years ago. And I was like, shit, for me, it wasn't about getting married. It was more about like, I just want my bag up, right? I want to be financially there because when I get married, I want to have a nice wedding. I know that, Manasa, that's expensive. Like, then you want kids. And I'm like, I'm not ready for a kid. I want to be, this. I want a house. I want this. So, as a man, I was more thinking about the finances. And for her, she was more like, yo, if we're really going to lock in, then let's super lock in. Yeah. So pretty much we had to meet in the middle with every problem. So 6 months, if 6 months goes good, around that time, I'm going to buy me a ring and I'm going to get on one knee and I'm going to do what I got to do. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Right. What about you, Gina?
I am single. I've been single for about 4 months now.
Oh, so you were dating?
I was.
Tell me.
I was.
So I want to hear. Oh, is it like? Did it? I want the tea now. You dig?
You want the details of it, don't you? Nah. Honestly, it was unexpected. Like, I went to go visit my god sister in Arizona, and one of her coworkers came and bowled with us, and we just kind of hit it off. Couldn't really. It's kind of like what you were saying. Just I would try to like stay like away from him because I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I don't live here in Arizona, like long distance. I was like, nah, not really trying to do that, but I just couldn't stay away from him. We were hanging out with each other, and like we were just drawn to each other, and so we gave it a try. Right now, we're friends. I mean, we still text and stuff, so. I don't know.
That long distance vibe, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you was there or he was there, it probably would have been a lot easier for you guys. That long distance stuff, bro. More power to you, Manasa. That's hard.
It is.
That's challenging,
bro.
It is.
And because me being a physical touch person, regardless of sex or whatever, like me being a physical touch person, I'm that type of person where say we could have an argument, but just a hug or something like that could like resolve all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something you're just not gonna get in long distance. You
It's
get what
true.
I mean? So
It's true.
those are the type of stuff that just makes it really hard. You feel
Yeah,
me?
definitely. Yeah, I
Absolutely.
get you.
Honestly, I'm not going. I'm gonna be. This is maybe controversial, but I think it's just facts. But like, I think you guys have it easier. Women have it easier when you're trying to get into the social, like the dating scene, because literally you just pop up an app. Gina, I ain't gonna lie, like you my sister, but you look good. You know what I mean? You got a lot of shit
Thank you
going
very
on
much.
for
You
you.
do too, bro. You do too. Y'all do too.
Well, I just said, like for y'all, like you literally probably could get on the app. I guarantee you, if you go to Texas and in maybe like 3 days of you just actually being active on any app, it could be Hinge, Tinder, whatever the ones that they got nowadays. Bro, you swipe for maybe 10 minutes, you'll probably have 100 matches.
I mean, I'm not
Like,
gonna lie. Like after me and my ex broke up, like somebody did hit on me like a week later. So
Where in Texas you going to?
San Antonio. Over there were like Bria and Brianna, and I'll be near
wow.
Kirsten, and Q will be like in Austin, about an hour
Yeah,
away.
you might run into a military guy out there. Not even gonna hold
I
you.
mean, he was a military guy, so like
That's my
half my
probably
exes are
right in your
military
neck.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be great. And they're gonna hold you down. You're just gonna be
Yeah.
traveling a lot, just living the same lifestyle we used to live.
You feel me?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I ain't going out there to kind of really just get back in the social scene again, and
Yeah.
the job and stuff, but not really focusing on like jumping into anything like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah,
That's
but yeah,
what's
I was
up.
never intended to be like short term. It was because I just again wasted my time, and y'all know I don't like wasting time. So
Yeah. Yeah, you a busy woman, man.
yeah, I don't got
Sure.
time to waste, and it's not even busy. It's just I like being intentional with my time, and if you're gonna waste it, we ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? So,
I value my time, and that's one thing you got to do. I think when we're younger, there's a lot of things, but we don't value ourselves as much. It's hard for us to love if you don't love yourself. You know what I mean? So like all that stuff, like now, like it not even just relate like a female, like a romantic relationship, any relationship.
yeah.
I'm like, bruh, my time is valuable, bruh. I ain't about to be sitting over here wasting my time with us motherfucking scratching our butts. Nah, we gotta be talking about, there's gotta be some type of value in there, bruh. You gotta value, if you don't value me, bye. You know what I mean? It's gotta be quick with it too. So I think for your dating scene, in and out, like you give them a little window. If you already kind of have like a back in your mind, a little, they gotta go. It's gotta be in that week. You feel like, yeah, I'm confident that this one is it. So yeah, that's fun, man. That's fun.
You gotta pick your number, bro.
Yeah. You gotta pick your number. 1 through 13.
Yeah.
He chose 3. You can't choose 3.
Oh, yeah. He said 3. That was crazy because I was gonna pick 3, but I'm gonna pick 7.
7. All right.
That lucky number.
What is a question that you frequently ask on a first date? Well, Manasa, that you used to. And you too now, I guess, because you back in your relationship.
So what that mouth do?
Oh my God.
And
that's the end, guys. I am sorry and apologize.
like you just get at the dinner date, you had a fine wine and dine. You hadn't said nothing, but you was super smooth. You look at the menu, you look at her. Hey, what that mouth do?
Oh my
and
God.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta come correct. If you fuck up, hey, bro, we getting half. We split this shit half.
Excuse me, and then leave.
I know, right? I would. You know what? I would stay for the meal, and we better not be splitting it because it's a first date.
I know, right?
And I'm gonna leave you talking about what that mouth do. Thank you for the meal. Goodbye.
Nah, look, all jokes aside, I got to think about this. I think the first question is well, I like besides the small talk, because if you're going on a first date, you want to sauce it up and boom, boom, boom. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, I think like, what are you looking for? Because there's a lot of times, like you, Gina, since you already know what you want, right? You don't want to waste your time with a person, because I've been that dude that says, oh, I'm just floating. I'm just going with the flow, because they got bad intentions, man. They most likely have bad intentions. For my girl, it just so happened that we actually made it work, but yeah, they have bad intentions. So you need a person that meets the same criteria as you. So if you're looking for a girl, you want them to say, I'm looking for a man. Mm-hmm. If you're looking for that, if you're looking to have fun, you want them to say whatever they got to say. You know what I mean? So I think that's the first question I ask.
Manasa?
I mean, that's a great question. I think the question I would definitely ask is like basically what are your aspirations basically? Like what are your goals? Like where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like you know what I'm saying? What type of plans do you have? Because dating somebody that just doesn't have anything going on for themselves or like they have no plans for the future, whatever, not it, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Definitely not it.
That's a good one.
Questions you need to have, amongst other things, but that's probably something I would definitely frequently ask.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Just to tell you a quick little story, man. There's actually before Massa, which is my girlfriend, the two girls that I was like talking to, one of them was, what the hell did she do? I don't know. She was a bum. She didn't even have a car. She had like a beat up, like my car isn't it's not a Mercedes or something, but it's getting you to point A to point B. It might be, but it's going to get you to point A to point B. Her car, man, that thing would be smoking every now and then. I got to do the tires for her at every given point, bruh. It smelled weird. So it's like, yeah. So to give you that point, like I definitely agree with Manasa because like the girls or anyone that doesn't have like the same like path as you, it's never gonna work because you're gonna be going this way and she's gonna be going this way. You're just slowly going apart. And there's both girls and those type of people who don't like have those aspirations and those ambition are also the same people that are just no good for you, man. They're like they're like, yeah, that's the word. There it is. Yeah, leech. You don't want that.
No, I totally get you. I dated a guy like that a couple years ago as well, and like,
hate it.
Thank goodness. I told God, I was like, if he's it, then okay, but if he's not, and so like he ended up moving, and we ended up breaking up. I was like, oh, so I guess he wasn't it. God will tell you real quick.
Exactly. Yep. He'll let you know, hey, this ain't it. Here's the sign that I give you. You better act upon it.
Exactly.
So yeah, I had moved the girl in too, man. I moved the girl in. This was the one before because the one that I talked about the car, that was 2 times ago. Then this one, I moved her in and she had a kid. And oh man, I wasn't ready for that either, bro. I was like, she had a kid. I think it was like a year, but that motherfucker was crying, bro.
Did you know she had a kid? That's the question. Did you know?
So I knew she had a kid, but every time we hung out, like we never talked about him. We like
that's a red flag, bro.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. So she'll be like, oh, like I take care. It never was like, let me show like a billion pictures or something. Even though I will give her credit though, like I do believe that she loves her child a lot, but I don't know. That could be a red flag because she never said anything too much about it. So, we hung out and it was more like we was together and it is what it is. But when I moved her in, that's when I experienced the kid. And don't get me wrong, he was amazing. It's wonderful, like a light of joy when he's not crying. Yeah. That motherfucker though was always crying, bro. Always crying, bro. I remember one time, oh my gosh, so I'm already stressed out with business, bro. Because at that time, like, I finally became full-time entrepreneur. Like, so like now I have like bills and I got to build a client and it was just a lot work-wise. So I'm trying to like chill. I'm done with work. I'm upstairs, Shotty taking a shower. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is going to be vibes. This motherfucker on the side. and just staring at me.
Yo.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put my headphones in. I'm gonna let him do his thing because I think that you're supposed to. Sometimes you just let the kid. They're supposed to cry and then realize that nothing's happening, so they stop crying. So I was like, okay, I'm advanced. I'm gonna give him a little parenting thing. I'm gonna let him do his thing. That motherfucker, Shawty was taking a shower. I don't know. She was making sure she was fucking squeaky clean. So she was in that bitch for a long time. And he was crying the whole time. It was like 40 minutes. I could have watched like 2 episodes and he was still crying. So like, bruh, I like there's a vein that comes up right here when I get mad. And that thing was mad. It was like, oh, and I was like, bruh, I kind of want to spank his ass. I just want to, but you know, obviously I didn't do none. But like, just living with that situation was definitely a difficult challenge, just to constantly have a kid that isn't even your kid. So I think just a whole bunch of baggage comes with that. So you just got to be prepared for whatever the person brings and just be willing to know if you're okay with dealing with that baggage or whatever. Actually,
deal breaker for me, bro.
Deal breaker. That's what I was about to ask. I was like, when y'all like, we're dating and out there. I mean, I'm not. I mean.
I think we're at the age now where it might be having a kid is okay, but
I mean, yeah, because like Melissa, dude, like we, especially being in the States, like it's ridiculous. I get you. I completely understand why, but I'm just letting you know, like young adults out here, like in this America, like half people have freaking kids.
Yo, kudos to you, first of all, because first of all, if you told me your kid is 1 year old, that's
exactly. That's what I was about to ask too.
That's now you say like, you know what I'm saying, your kid is maybe like 7, 8, you know what I'm saying, a little bit older. 1 is nuts, bro. Yeah. I'm not doing it. Kids is a deal breaker for me, 100%. The moment you say you got a kid, check please. Yeah. And then make it worse, like they got a kid already, so they don't want another.
Yeah, that's true too. Sometimes that happens. That's happens.
Facts. Like, what about my seed? You know what I mean? But yeah, at the end of the day, that came back to what we say is just knowing what you want from a person. Yeah. Because I didn't know that. I was just like, shit, I'm just going with the flow, and you know, we're hanging out. She's cool, and blah blah blah. But in hindsight, now I'm like, bruh, if I would have had all my filters, she would have checked all the boxes, and I'm out. Yeah. You know, I would have out in a long time. So. Yeah, but those are some good questions. What about another one? I think it's your time to ask, Manasa.
Yeah, y'all can go. We could just go down this list. What's up? We got 3 and 7 done.
We might as well just go off the deal breakers. Like, what's the deal breaker for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's something that's non-negotiable? You're like, look, the moment you hear that, it's a dub. Like, you just can't do it. Okay. Let me go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Yes.
Kids is a deal breaker for me. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know now.
But another deal breaker for me, or a couple of them. First of all, if you don't believe in God, deal breaker, automatic. You know what I'm saying? I've grown up in a Christian church. I'm a Christian myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking my walk with God seriously. If you're not on that same wavelength as me, I'm sorry. It's just not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have, you know what I'm saying, that mindset, you're going to need a partner that's going to keep you on that path as well. You know what I'm saying? If you can't keep me on that path, done. Or sorry. Yeah. Another controversial deal breaker I have, I personally don't think it's controversial, but I've talked to other people and they're like, if you're not of some black descent, I'm sorry. You're not gonna. You're just not gonna get it if you're not mixed. I don't care if you're Korean, black, you know what I'm saying, white and black. If you don't got some type of black in you, it's just not gonna work realistically.
I agree with that. That comes down to culture. There's some things that you can't relate. Now I'm starting to realize it now. Like with my girl, she's Arabic. And there's some things that like I don't fully understand. And she's like, well, you got to have lived that culture or whatever. Right. So like for me, you know, I'm half black, half Puerto Rican. So I was like, I have a different, you know, I guess thing. But I agree with that one. I don't think it's controversial. I mean, maybe because you're saying black, like, and other people might be like, oh, well, I love white people. You know what I mean? So I guess it's controversial, but everybody has a preference.
That's a preference. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's okay. It's a preference. It's not really like a deal. It's a preference. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really dated a black dude, but I haven't really found a black dude that I found that. I mean, I'm being honest. Not really. I haven't found a black dude that I found like super
I ain't gonna
attractive.
lie. Sometimes American, this might be controversial, but sometimes I think black Americans, not cultured like Manasseh is, or like, I just mean straight up, like they probably only live. Yeah, like he's fully cultured when it comes to that compared to African Americans. And I feel like those people who just grew up in the States and they didn't see other worlds and blah blah blah. I feel like sometimes a lot of times they get a bad rap because I think the culture behind that is not the best. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like hip hop and stuff. Like for me, I'm able to take the like hip hop and kind of separate it. But some people really want to be living that life. Like me being in Atlanta, I meet people all day and they think that future they need to sip on dirty Sprite all day. You know what I mean? They need to smoke every single day. They need to do, like, I meet a lot of people, not just in the studio, but just like out and about and being in Atlanta. Or they don't have no like they don't value loyalty that much, you know what I mean, or this, that, the third. So I think sometimes they can get a bad rap. So I mean, maybe you finding people may be difficult, but they're out there. But it also depends on your preference. If you like white boys, you like white boys. You know, if you like Hispanic boys, you like Hispanic boys.
For real.
Yeah.
I mean, the last guy I dated was Hispanic, and I was surprised. I was like, what? So like, I don't know.
That was the dude from the military dude, right?
Yeah, like he was that lived in Arizona. Like for me, I guess it's not like it's just who I connect with. Like I don't like, yes, looks or something, but like if we ain't got nothing but lust, you can keep on walking, because like if I can't connect with you and like be emotional with you, what's the point? Like I don't have time for physical or anything like that, though, or just physical like that. So
yeah, I mean, deal breakers for me, if they have two kids with two separate baby daddies, I'm out. Like for me, I don't mind taking one kid. Actually, low key, like I think like when I was getting back into the single life and I was like, okay, I guess I need to start looking, I thought to myself, I ain't gonna talk to no kid. Like if they got kids, I ain't talking to them. So like I feel like if it happened, like if it was just like we just somehow connected, like we just met up somewhere and she had a kid, like we was vibing and then it turned out she had a kid, I would rock with it. But if I'm like on apps or like, and I'm actively searching and I'm talking and then I realize I have a kid, I just personally feel like I would pick the person who doesn't have a kid. If there's two great people, but one has a kid and the other one doesn't, it makes sense to just go with that one if they're both like equally, you know, everything else. So I think it's not necessarily, but if they got if they have two with two different, I know she for the streets. So I ain't going for that. Another thing I'll say, I think for me, a deal breaker, it kind of goes to what Nass said, which is like, he was like black. For me, it's got to be Hispanic or black. Anything else, nah, especially whites. Like it has nothing to do. No diss to anything, but I just feel like from like the culture standpoint, the music preference standpoint, the way we talk standpoint. If I had to choose, you know, I'm choosing a Hispanic or black any given day. And there's just like a little bit of a culture thing. I think that's one thing that gets overlooked is like different cultures. If you guys aren't able to like understand each other's culture, you guys are gonna flow away. Yeah. Especially when you get older and you get more into your culture. Like you start going more Hispanic and they start going more white and they're listening to country while you're listening to this, or you know what I mean? And I had a white girl that lived in that was from London. And she was great, but like I would listen to hip hop and she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, what do you Like, what are you
She wasn't
doing?
willing to
Like,
learn about
yeah, I'm
your
like, what the
culture. Yeah.
fuck? What? Like, you got to at least have a person that's willing to learn the culture. So I think Hispanic or Black, because I already know they know the culture.
Not even that though. Like you gotta think about it when you're say, you know what I'm saying, you're thinking of the long run. You're dating to get married or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think about you're emerging two families now. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I had a friend where his girl side of the family didn't really rock with him like that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That right there messes up you guys' dynamic. You know what I mean? Like, your family don't mess with me. Like, your family's racist. You know what I'm saying? She was on the don't worry about my family and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus
Yeah.
on us. You know what I'm saying? And there's sometimes you can get away with those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's you two that are getting married. But the family
Yeah.
is so important
Nah.
as well, bro.
Nah, yeah.
Like, especially
Because
for
because
women,
if y'all get in disagreements and in fights, like, and
you
it
know,
does go to her family and stuff like
bro.
that, they're gonna tell you, her
Yeah.
to break up with you automatically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
if they're not
Yeah.
willing to embrace your culture and stuff, and like learn more about it and like
Yeah.
want to be a part of it, this to love
Yeah.
you more and learn how to love you more, then yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a huge point you said, Manas, because I mean, bro, when it comes to culture, me and my girl are two different spectrums. I'm Christian and she's Muslim. So it's like they're already, and even though they're similar, there's still like some of the core things that are just kind of butt heads. So her family, like, bruh, so she moved in for a while. Probably like 2 years, bro, during like COVID every time. She moved in for like 2 years and their family wouldn't even talk to her.
Yeah.
So, like, you talk about family, like, so, I mean, for her to even stick with me, because, most girls, like, they got that super tie with their family. So if that's going on, they just like, bruh, I'm losing my whole family here. I love you, but, my family. So for her to stick with it with me, just let me know how much like love and loyalty she has towards me. But yeah, like, you have a good point with that, because the family, not more importantly, but a big factor is the family. The family got to fuck with you as well. So if they don't, then, but I think their family's starting to come around. I had beef with her brother. I almost beat his ass, but we gonna figure it out at the wedding, bro.
I
We
was
gonna
about to
have to
ask you.
talk
I
it
was like,
out.
how y'all gonna get to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if her
Bro,
family doesn't like you,
I haven't even met their family, man. I met the brother
it's
one
been like
time and he
5
was
years,
mad.
bro.
Bro, yeah, I know, because they're like, we only talk the way their culture is, and I could respect it to an extent because it's not my culture, so I don't. But it's like, we don't meet you until you ask
For her hand.
me to, yeah. So they don't talk to me at all. They don't know anything. I mean, they see that I'm a business person, but it was also kind of bad because they see me like shooting music videos and girls twerking and stuff like that. So they're like, oh my gosh, this dude is the devil. You know what I mean? So it's not a good first impression, but I think they're coming around to it, and we'll see how it goes. But I think those are the only two deal breakers that I have. Oh yeah, and if they don't got like Manasa said, like ambition or like aspirations, if they're trying to just be like a stay-at-home mom, like I don't mind when we get there, but for the time that we're not having kids and we're just like in the dating phase, please have a good work ethic. Please want to be something in this world. Please know about credit. Please, like just the small shit. Like, how the fuck is your credit? You don't even know you have. What about credit? Like, no, I want you to have credit. I want you to have a car. I want you to like be kind of similar with it. You don't have to be, balling or something like that.
Gotta
But
be a
like, I
little
just want you.
independent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. There we go.
a little bit independent. You know what I mean? Like, obviously,
Right.
when you
Just
get married to them as a man, you're gonna take care of your wife and all of that. But like
yeah.
beforehand, you gotta have something going on for yourself. You know, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. That's exactly what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Bro.
I mean, if
I
you
get it.
see a girl that just motherfucking, she just pretty, but she just wants everything for you, and you trying, you're obviously trying to make it. You're trying to like hustle and whatever, but she ain't even. It's like she not even trying, bro.
Right.
She just wants to get everything from you. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, I can't do that. You want a girl, and that's why I fuck with my girl now, because you want a girl that will help you build the house. You know what I mean? You're putting in the work, but she'll be there. Hey, babe, you need some water? Hey, actually, you know what? Let me put this little frame in right there with you. I'll hold this for you and let you nail it in. You know, you want a girl that's going to build with you, because over time, that laziness is going to get more lazy and more lazy and more lazy. And I'll be damned if I have a kid and I'm over here taking care of the bills and I come home and there ain't no food cooked. The baby's whining. He got crappy diaper. And the house is a mess. Oh, nah. Because that goes back down to value, ambition, and work ethic. So those are the only deal breakers, I feel like.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to have to say I need a man who wants to be a leader, because as much of a struggle as it was for me growing up to understand that a man is the head of the house, because you guys know my mom is very independent.
Yeah.
I was raised in a very it didn't make sense to me. But, you know, after having kind of that healing conversation with my dad and stuff, and just getting more into the Bible, I understand more that it's more of like, yes, they're the head of the house, but at the same time, they are also going to consult with me. And so somebody who's willing to communicate with me, consult with me, and be like, hey, like, this is what I'm thinking of leading our family into this direction. What do you think? I believe, you know, God told me that, you know, we should go this way and stuff like that. And it's more of somebody also, deal breaker, if you're not willing to be a partner with me, sorry, but I don't have time for that. Like, we're partners in this. We both build and stuff like that. And also somebody who's willing to be a provider. For some time, I was like, I don't need no man to provide for me. I don't really care how much money you have. It is what it is. I can go out and get my own money. Starting to understand that for you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, providing is a way for you guys to show love to the woman that you are with. So in understanding that, I no longer think it's to have control over a woman, but to show her that I love you and I want to take care of you. Yeah. So, you know, yes, I'll have my money and stuff, but I understand that from a man's standpoint, taking care of me, providing for me, doing whatever for the family, or if it's just me and him, whatever it may be, he's going to do it because he loves me. So I had to come around to that. So the man's not willing to do that.
I know that was hard for you. You've been a woman alpha your whole fucking life. You know what I mean? So it's like you was her during basketball. Like everybody knew you was that person. Like you've always been top of your class. Now you're doing this, you're doing that. So I feel like it was probably hard for you to like go from like, yo, I'm like here, and I was like, well, you know, maybe I should dial it back down and let someone be here. That probably took a lot for you.
It did. I mean, like with my ex, like I remember I asked him like the hamburgers when I went to visit. I was like, can you get the hamburgers out of the freezer? And like for some, like in my mind, he was taking way too long. So I just went and did it. And so like he comes in and he was like, I was going to get the hamburgers. And I was like,
he felt some type of way.
Yeah, I felt so. Again, like I had to check
I got the hamburgers this time.
I had to check myself, because I had to check myself. I was like, you know what? I did ask him. And if I'm going to ask him, I have to allow him to do what I ask. I can't just do it because he didn't do it in my time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to realize, like, if I want to be with somebody, I also have to understand they're going to want to bring stuff into my life. And I have to be accepting of it, as, you know, hard as it can be, because, you know, I have to get out of that survival mode. For us women, it's very hard. Like we're in survival mode for the longest. Because, you know, we have to be on alert, look around, who's doing this and why are you doing this and why are you so close to me and why are you trying to do this? You know what I'm saying? So I had to be like, all right, am I going to let my guard down, or am I going to be this tough son of a gun that I'm always being? So
that's deep. Deep.
I had to come around to that.
I definitely agree with that. I think a lot of times, like, that also can be a reason why y'all break up, because like either it could be both ways. Like both of you guys are alphas and you guys are button heads to see who's going to be the alpha. And it's like, I guess I'm more traditional, which would be like, you know, the woman I feel like would definitely we talk and stuff, but they might be a little bit more back in their feminine energy, I guess we say, and you be more in your masculine energy, which be a provider, be a protector, be a leader, you know, and stuff. I think maybe nowadays it's kind of hard because some of these dudes are sus nowadays, and then some of these women are straight up OGs. They might beat your ass. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of like you got to find the right match. And it's like you might see potential in the person, but sometimes it's hard for you to like try to change them. So they just gotta have to be in that. But I think for my girl, I kind of changed a little bit because growing up, I was more of, I seen my mom and I seen how independent she was. So I'm like, shit, I want a woman that's like independentness. And to an extent I do, but I think with me to my girl, she's more of like the feminine, like just super feminine, you know what I mean? So then I had to realize that like, well, if she's kind of like right here, I need to be a little bit higher than that. I need to raise my frequency to be more of a protective person, to be more of a leader, show her the way, and boom, boom, boom.
Hey guys, we are on air. I know, right? So cool to have this. But I interrupt this podcast to ask you guys to please follow us on all of our social media sites. We have Instagram, YouTube, the podcast on anywhere you get your podcast. And please share and like this episode and comment if this episode has affected you in any way. Because the more you comment, the more you like, the more you share, the more people we reach. And the more people we reach means the more the story of mental health and military brats change. So please go and follow us on all of these websites, and please share it with whoever and whomever you believe these stories will help change. Because I know that all of these stories thus far has already helped change my life. So again, I thank you guys for watching. And please like, share, comment, and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Yeah. And you have to remember your mom had a different situation as well. Like, you know, she had two boys that she had to raise and she was by herself. So she had to be independent and in that survival mode because you guys, even though you were boys, she had to protect both of y'all, you know? So it's a different thing. And I think I had to learn the same thing with my mom. Like, she was single. And even though she was independent and stuff, she had to be that way. Where so if I'm going into a relationship, like, and that's another thing, like if a man doesn't make me feel okay to be feminine and like just a little like quieter or softer and stuff like that, you definitely not for me, because then I'm still in my survival mode and I'm now surviving to be in a relationship with you. That's a waste of time.
Yeah, isn't it? It's butting heads. It's going to butt heads and
definitely. Yeah. Might as well stay by myself, you know? So yeah, it's how do you guys do that? How do you guys make your girl feel okay to be in her feminine energy?
Well, for one, I mean, we had these discussions, you know, y'all know the discussions about 50-50 nowadays, and you know what I'm saying? Who's paying bills?
Oh, got you.
Discussions or whatever. But I told my girl, like I always make it known to her, like, look, I'm good on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, I don't need a girl. You know what I mean?
True.
But she likes words of affirmation. So I always got to reassure her. You know what I mean? So I always tell her, I'm like, look, I'm with you because I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, I don't need you for keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you for the bills. I don't need you to, you know what I'm saying? Everything I do by myself right now. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, if you're coming into my life, it's more for the supportive role. You know what I mean? And I think that allows her to be a lot feminine. She can come to me. She asks me about everything, literally. What she wears, she'll call me like, yo, does this look good? Blah, blah, blah. If she needs some money, you know what I'm saying? I send her money all the time, blah, blah, blah. These are things I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to do. I'm not going to ask her for money. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Realistically.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, ask her to do something I feel like as a man I should be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that allows her to be more calm, be more supportive, and just be in her feminine era for real, for real. So, you know, if you do what you need to do as a man, your girl, you know what I'm saying, it just comes natural.
Yeah, it's love is sacrificial, and I don't think people realize that. Like everybody's like, "What can I get out of you?" When it's truthfully, what can I give to you? And that's what you're looking at it with her. Like, I'm good by myself. I'm a full person, so I just want to give to you and love you, and I think that could be like,
yeah, that's good. And one thing about African culture is like, you have to marry the girl out of her family. You know what I'm saying? My girl still lives with her parents. A lot of them will live with their parents until
they get married. Yeah.
So you're marrying her out of the family. Right now, she doesn't have to worry about bills or nothing like that because she's still with her parents. Only thing she really pays bills for is probably her phone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and her car or whatever. But realistically, she doesn't have those type of responsibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to let her know that, look, it's really going to be the same when you're with me, because I'm already taking care of that right now by myself. So I don't need you to come in and help me take care of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you need her to be a soft place for you to land.
You get what I'm saying? I need that when I get home, that type of love, that nurture. You get what I'm saying? That I won't normally get by myself. You know what I mean? So those type of things allows her to, you know, be more feminine and whatnot. Because in the African household, no father's about to let you marry their daughter, and you're not about to be you know what I'm saying, a man taking care of your stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so it's so real. Like the whole traditional roles is so big in the African household. So I think we don't, even when I see these discussions on Twitter and whatnot, I'm like, this just doesn't happen in African household. We're not talking about no 50-50. We're not doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, men know what they need to do. Women know what they need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we having some long lasting marriages too, so I ain't gonna complain about it, man. You know.
Yeah, y'all do be loyal. Maybe I need to take a book of you, because I ain't gonna lie. You might need to write a book, and I'm gonna read that motherfucker, because I do not have that book, but I like it though. But me, I'm on the other spectrum, so I think this would be fun, because now we finally not disagree, but I think we could go back and forth, which is good for a podcast. For me, I told my girl straight up, the first date, we're going 50-50. Until I marry you, when I marry you, that's another story. I'm gonna take care. I'll take care of whatever you need, as long as you can be a great mother, like a great wife and a great mother. That's all you need to do. And you know, man, cook and clean, obviously. But at the same time, I'm willing to clean. I'm willing to cook. Like, it don't matter. I just want to hold it down for my wife. So that's another story. But when we're in the dating process, which we're right now, the way I told my girl is like, yo, I'm trying to run this business. I'm trying to be a millionaire before I'm 30. I'm trying to get to a point where I can get you the house that you want, or I can get you whatever the fuck you want. You know, I know she likes vacations, and we go on vacations. I ball out every now and then, but I want to do it more frequently. I want anything you need. You want your nails done? Boom, boom, boom. In order for me to get there, I need to grow, and me going half on me paying 100% every single time, and like, that's $100 that I could put into the business and make more money. That's it all adds up. I might spend $1,000 on this woman, and don't get me wrong, like, she'll be a happy woman for that. But like, that $1,000, if I would have invested it in my business, by the end of the year, that's gonna be $10,000.
But let me ask you this though. The same energy you give her,
I love it.
You that energy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do nice things. You can do nice things for your partner, but is your partner doing nice things for you too?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like he's saying, like, is she sacrificing the same way you're sacrificing?
And she's just you give, I receive every time.
What is she giving you?
Okay, my question to you then is, what is she doing? What is she doing to you? Because you're giving, it seems like you're giving, which is great. But what is she giving you in return?
So when I think about the 50-50 conversation here, it has nothing to do with doing stuff for your partner, like special things. That's not in the 50-50 conversation with me. Now, when I think of the 50-50 conversation, I'm thinking of bills, cooking, cleaning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those type of things that, you know, you do without a partner. You feel what I'm saying? Those type of things. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
okay, so for you guys, just to be specific, for you guys, you and your fiance, right? You and your fiance, what bills do y'all have? Because you said that she lives like over there. So what bills would it be?
And when we do live together.
Oh, okay. When y'all married.
You're having that conversation now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah. When you're married, I agree.
Yeah. Right now, you know what I'm saying? I personally, I don't even think the 50-50 conversation pertains to dating. Like me personally, I think it's good to live with your partner before you guys get married and whatnot. Those are good things to have just to, you know, see how you guys operate before you end up popping the question. But that's not big in African households. Like I said, they're not about to let their daughter move out the house, live with someone.
Can I say that I agree with that though? And I'm gonna tell you why I agree with that. I agree because for me, I want a ring on my finger before we move in together, because then we move in together and I got to split a bill with you. I got to split this with you. And then if we break up, I still got to live with your behind, and I don't want to. So therefore, if you're not going to put a ring on it, we're not moving in together, because I'm not going to go. That's basically going through a divorce. Now I got to find another apartment. Now I got to do this. And I see this all the time. People like buying houses together, but they're not married. Now, if y'all break up, who going to get the house? You know what I'm saying? So like, if I don't got a ring on this,
let me answer that one. Because y'all two are right here. And I'm like right here somewhere, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna stand up for the 50-50 boys, man. 50-50, we up.
Nobody's saying like you can't be 50-50. I'm just saying
I like this combo. So okay. So the thing is, okay, what Nass is saying, I don't know, because you're just saying when you marry, you're gonna hold it down. So I agree with that. When you get married, I feel like if the man can do it, the man should hold it down. If not, if the man can't do it, the woman should help a little bit until the man can do it. So I agree with that one. But in the dating scene, I just feel like shit. You need to build. If I was already making $150K every single year and I had like a decent job, and then that's just what it is. I mean, you know, it is what it is from that standpoint. But if y'all trying to build together, I feel like she ain't got to contribute 50-50, but she got to help you so you can get to another spot. Or we just go motherfucking, let's not go out then. Let's motherfucking cook. Let's just cook just until we get to the point. Because, bro, in America, well, and anywhere in life, that shit is expensive, bro. Like I pay, it's a lot of money. Rent here is like $2,100, bro. It's like $2,000, you know what I mean? So this shit adds up. So some people need 2 jobs, some people need that. Now, what else did y'all say? Living together. That's the one I wanted to talk about, though. The thing with living with each other and is like you don't even know their habits and those could be deal breakers that you don't even know. You could realize like the girl is actually pretty fucking messy and you didn't realize that, or she's just not organized. But you didn't see it because when you went to her house, everything was clean when she was cleaning it up for you because but then you start to realize like she don't do this, she don't do that. And those might over 6 months be annoying as fuck to you
There's always going to be those deal breakers.
I knew you was going to say that.
I know, because that's why you have sleepovers. I mean, like, that's why people like 3-day weekends.
No, they can't sleep over, right? I thought you said
no. We're talking about moving in. No. We're talking about moving in. Like officially, you put some clothes up in my closet. Your shoes are here.
But y'all can sleep in. Y'all can sleep. Y'all can spend the night with each other, but y'all can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if it's a week or something, then you're gonna see within that week of going on a vacation or something. I'm gonna see how messy you are.
Okay. Comes from London, stays with me for like 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're gonna see how messy they are. You know why? Because after 3 months, the first 3 months, that person's gonna get comfortable with you, which means the person that they were acting to be the first 3 months, they're gonna change a little bit, and then they're gonna show you their true selves. And if they mess
I agree with that.
Here's the thing, though. Those type of things can be communicated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when my girl came here, I didn't like the way she folded my clothes. I'm not gonna hold you. With something about it that was pissing me off, bro. I'm like, yo, why my underwear like that? I don't like that, for real.
That shit in the triangle, you like, nah, bro.
I'm doing squares, you doing triangles. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, no. Those type of things can get communicated. Like, look, babe, this is how I like to do it. Show her, you know what I'm saying? Now she's going to start doing it. Now, there's a difference if you communicate something and your partner is just not, you know what I'm saying, listening to it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then you know that, okay, look, bro.
Yeah. Because it's a relationship. Like, it's two full people coming into something new together. Yeah. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to have those arguments. And honestly, like the feelings that you get at the beginning, they're going to go away. And so it's not about, her habits are gross or whatever. It's, I chose to love this person. I know this person. Rather she is the worst version of herself, or he is the worst version of himself, or the best version of himself. I chose to love them. You can't just walk away.
Well, y'all kind of cheating with the way y'all said it, because y'all said she can't move in, but then you're also saying, but she could spend a week or two with me.
No, but that's how it goes. So like, if you're in a long distance, hold on, PJ. Hold on, PJ. If you're in a long distance relationship, of course.
There's still
in a long distance, though.
Like, I thought you were saying we ain't never spending the night at
all. No.
Like, we can't do that. We super. So if y'all get it, so I agree, because y'all need to have at least a small teaser to see what type of bad habits. Because you said, what if she folded your shit? You didn't even know that, and then you go through the whole marriage, and she fucking hitting that square, hitting that triangle, and she like, nah, I'm hitting that triangle, bruh. I don't give a fuck. Matter of fact, I'm doing a circle, and she does some other shit. You like, bruh. Like, that shit will start to irk you,
but that means she didn't love you in the first place, and you would realize that in a different thing. Like, it may not be her folding your clothes, but you ask her, like, you're out doing something, and you ask her, hey babe, I don't like that you did this, and then she go do it again.
Or like, let me give you another example. Let me give you another example, because I mean, she may love you, but sometimes it's hard for people to change. Sometimes, you know what I mean? And shit. So another thing is, you gave me an example, Gina, when you was talking about your ex, and you said you asked him to do the meat, and that he wasn't taking a long time, or he was taking a long time, and you got impatient. So like, that type of shit could happen all the time. What if you're constantly impatient over that, and you didn't notice about, like, during household chores, you get really like, it needs to be this way, and it can't be another way, or you're having a hard time. That's when you guys butt heads, because my girl was the same way. She was like, bro, we started cooking and cleaning, and I was horrible at cooking. So she got mad because I was taking too damn long. I was burning shit. I had white. I wasn't putting no sauce in that motherfucker. Like, the shit was bland. So she wasn't rocking with it. So then I tried to move to cleaning, but I didn't do the dishes like right after she was cooking. I would like, we eat, we chill for a little bit, and then maybe in the nighttime, like, I go ahead and finally do it. But the way that she wanted it done, she wanted it right away. So like, that was a little bit of a butt. We obviously got through it, but sometimes that's like
through it though. Exactly. That's the thing.
Exactly. But
yeah, I think that for a relationship, you got to be good. But there's some things that people don't want to. What's the word? They don't want to like. Yeah, they don't want to compromise.
There's some things you shouldn't compromise on. There's certain things, but I get what you're saying. For me, the example that you brought up was, I go back to me and my mom. My mom tells me to do something. If I don't do it right away, she gets, why haven't you done this yet? What is this? So for me, I understand the aspect of how he felt, where it's like, well, does my time matter? You know, I was doing something else. He was doing something else. And so for me, I have to give myself grace and be like, let me take a step back and look at the situation differently. And also for us, like, when we were together, I was doing the clean dishes. He loves to cook. Not that I don't like to cook, but if he wants to cook,
hell yeah, let that boy cook. Let that man cook.
You know, or I would start cooking and then he would finish and then I would just wash the dishes. So it's knowing that, you know, when you ask your partner to do something, their time, you have to also realize their time is valuable as well. Yeah. So yes, maybe they don't do it in the time that you want them to do it. Yeah. Now, if it takes them too long, then you need to have a different conversation. But
got you. So you're saying compromising,
compromising,
which is what's good for any relationship. But I'm just saying, there's some times where some women, or just people in general, some people may like Manasa. Did you ever compromise on your folding?
Yeah. So when I taught her how I like to do it,
you taught her, so she did it the way you wanted to do it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if she was like, "Nah, I fold my clothes like this"? So she pretty much had to not even compromise.
Okay,
she just did what she wanted to do.
Bigger. Go something bigger. Let's say it's like you want minor habits that can change.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, little shit adds up to the point where you're like, bruh, I'm just constantly irritated in this relationship. I don't like this relationship anymore because I'm constantly irritated off of small shit, because the small shit compound into big shit.
But let's be honest. That was just
one point.
No, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't start with the small stuff. It starts with a part of who they are that annoys you. And then it goes to the small stuff. You're picking at the small stuff.
He would never saw it if she didn't spend the night with him.
That's a small thing, though, PJ, that can change. I'm talking about
Manasa. What if she never compromised? What if she said, "Nah, I'm folding like that"?
I'm going to the bathroom.
Are you married with this girl?
I'll be right there.
Check. No, what? Because she folded them because she wanted to. Already, I fold my own clothes, PJ. You know what I'm saying? So, that was like a nice gesture that she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So when you get married to her, you're still folding your clothes.
If I had to fold my clothes, I'm gonna fold. If you want to fold,
okay. I like it. I dig it.
Just fold them how I want to be folded. Or else,
is there any? I like that one. Is there any? I need another. Have you got? Tell me some of your like similar to that, but any other ones, or if you guys have any other ones, kind of like pet peeves or like things that was like that you experienced. You're like okay.
One thing that almost made us break up, bro, was one thing I don't like is doing stuff for social media. You get what I'm saying? So we argue, she'll go find a quote that matched what we argued about and post it. People.
Oh, on her story and shit?
On her story. You get what DJ? I hate that with a passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're having an argument, keep that between ourselves. Like, I don't need you to be posting quotes. And you know what I'm saying? We almost broke up because of some junk like that. Because I brought it up the first time, like, yo, why you being corny? Like, why are you posting stuff we're going through? And she did it again. And she did it another time. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you disrespecting me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it took like 3-4 times before she, you know what I'm saying? But at that point, you're disrespecting your partner. Because if it's something your partner says they don't like, that is not like morally or ethically wrong, you know what I'm saying? You're able to fix it, you need to fix it. You get what I'm saying? But if they're going against what you're saying, then they're disrespecting you.
And they're intentionally hurting you, knowing that it hurts.
That's something you cannot compromise on. Because it doesn't hurt you to stop doing what I said for you to stop doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you insist on doing it. That's you just can't.
I guess that one, you know, I agree with that one.
I hate that one.
And it's like different.
My girl never did that.
Yeah. But like laundry is something like it annoys him.
I have another point. So I'm going. I'm trying to think of some other points, because that one, like, I mean, to an extent, I kind of agree. But at the same time, the way it was solved, both of those situations was kind of just like, okay, she's just gonna do what you tell her to she's just gonna do what you tell her to do. So it's like I'm trying to think of another example where both of y'all ain't meeting that you only see during that. But yeah, I can't think of any. So yeah, I mean, yeah, her subtweeting like that, you know, I agree with that one. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching, I don't know if y'all have seen Summer House, but it's like this stupid show on Bravo. But the girl got cheated on. She marries the guy. They get over it, whatever. He stays out till 4 o'clock in the morning. She's freaking out at home. It's not that it's the little thing of all she wants him to do is come home. It's not that she thinks he's going to cheat again, but it's a simple fact that it just gives her that thought, PTSD from the moment when he stayed out too late and did cheat on her. So now you're going out I don't care how many times you do it, whether it's once a month or every couple months, you're doing it and you're hurting me. And I told you to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a simple thing of you coming home at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever it may be. You don't have to be out all night because we went through that.
Like, why are you out that late anyway?
Exactly. The man's 42. I'm not even going to go into that. Anyway.
So you know for me, I think that all these button heads relationship, like it kind of seemed, and to an extent, that's how it goes sometimes, is where somebody doesn't like it, so the other person does what the other person wanted to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think it just also, in any relationship, you got to compromise.
Yeah.
Because y'all both live and y'all need to, but sometimes y'all got to meet 50-50. Yeah. And sometimes y'all got to meet 100% the woman or the 100% the man. It depends on what the situation is.
Exactly.
I think like going out, like up till 4, I don't know what the motherfucker's doing. So for me personally, like I might be shooting a music video at 4. So if I'm on some business shit and you have a problem with it, that's something. But it's also like you got to heal from the fact that I cheated. So you married me, but you need to.
Oh yeah, she does.
Need to heal.
True.
From that.
If it's not business related, completely understand. But if you're out just partying until 4 a.m., be a respectful partner to me and come home. You don't have to be out till 4 a.m.
Or you're meeting them. This is what I would try, because sometimes people just, I want to do this. Another person says, I want to do that. What I would do is I would meet in the middle somewhere. I'd be like, look, on these days, I'm coming home. But on this day, and I'd also be like, yo, come out with me and experience it together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That way y'all are going through it together. So at least she knows, like, she ain't worried about you cheating because she with you and you're having a good time. Now she meets your homies and now you're having a, but if he ain't compromising, he's saying, yo, I'm out till 4. I don't care. And then she like, well, you better be home. That's how y'all break up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's an example of like just being disrespectful toward one another. Yeah. But like little habits, like that's what I'm saying. Those little habits that get to you are something core. Something is hurting you from the little habit they are doing.
I got a weird pet peeve that I got my girl. Oh my it's not the folding shit, but it's something similar to that damn thing. So like my car, I got my key, like this is my car key. So I don't have like a fob or anything. So I'm not pressing the button and it's going to, so I have to put it in, unlock it. And then for the passenger side to open, I got to then press the button twice. I have to press it twice. If it only goes once, then she'll pull it and it will have like, it gets fucked or something like that. It's like it'll jam it, and then I gotta press it 2 more times to motherfucking get it. So every time, it was just irking me, bro. She would be like, I do it, and I tell her 2 times, and she'd be like, and I'm like, damn, now the shit's jammed. You know my car, man. My car's old. So I gotta unjam this shit and do it. So that was a pet peeve. But now, like, one way that I try to help is like every time we get to the car, I say 2 times. Click, click, 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just a weird little pet peeve that I have. But,
it's probably, for her, it's probably just habit. Because like after you hear it once, you just automatically believe in it. So it just takes time. Yeah.
And I think in a relationship, you got to be patient.
You realize all of this leads back to communication. Like that it's literally the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah, it is.
You have to voice your concerns, what's bothering you, so so the other person can know, because like they can't read your mind and know what ticks you off, or you know what I'm saying, like what is a pet peeve of yours if you don't, you know what I'm saying, communicate that.
Exactly.
But it's also up to the partner to listen to you, take it into consideration, and fix it. You know what I'm saying? If they're not willing to do that, then they're not for you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those exactly those three things. It's communication, but then you also, like Gina said, have patience, because even though you have a pet peeve or whatever the problem is, it's going to take time for them to change. So you got to be willing to have that patience to be like, look, I ain't going to tell them one time and then next thing you know, they don't do it. They've been in their habits for a long time. It takes 30 days to break a habit, they say. Maybe sometimes even longer. So you got to have communication, patience, but also the willingness to motherfucking compromise. And if you have those three, and I think one good thing that me and my girl, that's why we've gotten to some, because we've had plenty of problems, but we sit down and we talk about them. I'm like, nah, like we ain't about to go to sleep mad. We're gonna go to sleep and talk about all these problems and figure out a way how we can either meet in the middle or solve it in any way. Like you just always have to have I think that's what some relationships they don't have. They just go through a toxic situation where they fight and then they just say fuck you, and then they just leave you alone for a little bit, and then y'all come back, but it's already like too tense, and then y'all never really talk. Like you got to take, as a man, especially if you're going to be the leader of like a relationship, you got to be the one that sets that communication. You got to be the one that says, hey, no, we need to talk about this, and we need to do this. It's almost like a business, bro. If you don't have a process of how to solve the business, how the flow of the business goes, your business is going to go down the drain. So it's the same thing with the relationship. You got to communicate. You got to have processes. And as a man, I think the man has to. And sometimes the man just got too much damn pride and ego.
It's true. Yeah. It's okay, but it's okay for the woman to start as well, though. Sometimes, because sometimes a man may feel that because of past relationships that he tried to open up and the woman, walked away and left. So sometimes a woman does need to be like, hey, like we need to sit down and talk about this. And you have to trust each other. You have to trust that no matter what I tell you or what I say, I am not going anywhere.
Right.
I am staying here because I choose to be with you. I choose to love you. I don't care who comes in, how hot he is, what he can do. If he can deadlift 50 million, pounds or whatever, I'm still choosing to stay because the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it.
Right.
And that's it.
Gems.
That's a
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm about to quote that, and I'm about to put
that's my next caption.
But it's true. I think we're in a generation that is like, if you're not giving me what I want, I'm walking away. Where we need to like be a generation where like it's not all about me, because the reason that we're in half the crap that we are in this world because we only think about ourselves. But if you start thinking about your partner as somebody like, I'm going to love you, and not of course, like you want to be loved back. But the whole reason, taking it back to the Bible, the whole reason Jesus Christ died on the cross for us was because he loved us.
Right.
He never said that we had to follow him. He never said, I'm only dying for those who follow me. Right. He died on the cross because he loves all of us, whether you follow him or not. Right. Or rather you love him or not. So therefore, when you get into a relationship, it's kind of the same way. Like, I'm in a relationship with you because I love you and I want to give to you. Period, point blank. And I think when like people get in it now, it's like, what can you do for me? What can I get from you? How can I drain your behind and make sure I get everything I want? Instead of being like, what can I give to you? I'm a full person.
I blame that on social. I blame a good amount of it on social media. It's like instant gratification. And then you see all these other relationships, and it's like people get misconstrued on how relationships really be. They see everything. I mean, you see couples and all they do is post the great things. They ain't going to post and be like, oh, I just got into a fight. We just fought about PJ not fucking me not locking the door. Like we ain't about to talk about that. We're gonna show us when we on a vacation. We're gonna show us when we doing all these fun stuff, but we're not. And I think that some people, like, they think that it's it's instant, like it's gonna be great all the time. It's like the way I tell my girl and anything in life really, it's like a stock. A stock has ups, stock goes down, stock goes up, but overall the whole relationship, you want it to be going in a trending upward motion, but you're gonna have some downtimes and you got to get through that. And if you have that instant gratification, if you have that, all your family and friends are saying he's no good, he's this, he's that, you need to do, obviously she's going to leave. And I think that most people aren't willing to like go through the rocky parts in a relationship. They just really, oh shit, well, we had this little speed bump, we didn't figure it out, on to the next. And I think that, it's just
everybody's looking for their next high, their next love high.
Yeah. Facts. Exactly. The drug addicts, man. The drug addicts.
That's what it is. Everybody's looking for their next love high.
But at the end of the day, if you have strong core values, then you can always get through it. If you have a strong belief in God, you guys can always, no matter what goes on in your life, you can guys go back to God, religion. Like this is our foundation. And that's why I think you also have to have core values. And one of them is religion. One of them could be loyalty. One of them could be culture. One of them can be communication. Whatever it is, as long as you got those core values, when shit hits the fan, your back's against the wall, at least you know that you got a person on your side that's gonna fight for it no matter what. And that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is, man. Damn, I feel like we gave a lot of people some gems.
A little bit out here.
Too many gems.
Yeah, but it's truth. It's the truth. Like, I don't know. I think people are starting to realize that now, because I believe like the divorce rate has gone down from last year. So like people are starting to realize like if you want something real, you got to stay in it. And like life ups and downs. For me, it was like I watched Michelle Obama's interview when she was like we had 10 years of down hard times.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one.
We had 10 years.
And for 10 years, while we're trying to build our careers and, worrying about school and who's doing what and what, I was like, this isn't even. No. And guess what? Marriage isn't 50-50. Yeah. Ever. There are times I'm 70, he's 30. There are times he's 60, 40. But guess what? 10 years, we've been married 30. Wow. I would take 10 bad years over 30. It's just how you look at it.
But I didn't leave him, because of all the good times we had.
And the 30 years that was great.
I'm supposed to be with him. Yeah. So we're not going to have up times all the time, So people are being more honest about the relationships, and it's kind of forcing people to be like, if I really want something real, I got to be honest with myself and, do what I got to do to keep it.
Love that. I love that. So shit, hopefully, 10, 20, 30 more years, when your podcast is the number one podcast, and maybe not 10, let me put some more respect. 3.
Thank you. Put a little bit more respect on my name. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you Mr. Big Shot, you better remember us. And then we're going to have the same thing, except for I'm going to have a little PJ on the side. I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? And my little youngin right here. And Nass going to have probably 3, 4, 5. I know how y'all boys do it, man. Y'all going to have a big family. And hopefully we're still in this. And still rocking, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a great time to be alive.
Oh, definitely. It's great talking to y'all, having this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get the girl side next time, so.
Hey, man. Hey, you should have me.
Mix it up, you know what I'm saying? Like
facts. Facts. Get me into with some girls, because I already think that I'm on the opposite, because they probably all gonna think, it's 100% the man, and I'm gonna be like, hell nah, it's that 50-50, and y'all gonna be hating me, and I'm gonna come right at him.
Be like, yo, get out here, PJ.
Hey, why did we have PJ on the podcast?
Why'd you bring him back for a third time? Like,
facts, man. We don't want to listen to him. But it was a great time, man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying at the same time, but
No, I definitely agree. When it's marriage time, though,
lock in, bro.
It's time to lock in when you marry, bro. That's the one thing. I mean, but maybe I'm just more traditional. I don't know how these other people do, but
I don't see it as traditional. I just see it as like a man likes to provide, and like it's in his nature. Like it's in a man's nature to be the provider.
You got
and
them
to wait
soft
for him
boys.
to show
That's all.
love. You know,
you got them little sissy boys. The motherfucking one.
some of them out there, yeah. But like for the majority, but I think that's what feminism has done though. It's not like he wants to provide for you because he loves you. He wants to provide for you because he wants to control you,
to dominate you or something.
Which some men do, but for the most part, men are trying to show love and they care. That's why they want to give. So it's just being misconstrued and all that. So.
Hey, but if a shawty want to take care of my bills, then go right ahead, boy. Oh, you want me to get a pedicure too?
He about to have him a sugar mama. He gonna have him a sugar mama.
Hey, bro. Hey, I was thinking while I was single for that 3 long months of me being single. I had to get into the mindset. And I'm like, bro, if I had a cute little 45-year-old girl, man, that want to take care of my bills, all I got to do is supply it with that good vitamin D.
I'm done.
Shit, I don't mind, bro. Go ahead, take care of my bills. Let me put that into crypto.
I think it's funny how at the beginning you were like, get together. Now he's like, yeah, that's sex.
Oh man, I'll just talk about shit. But yeah, man, it was great having a podcast. Let's do it another time. You know what I mean? And for sure.
Definitely, yeah. We'll get a mixture in here. It's gonna like call Raquel and like Kirsten.
Oh man, don't let me get in with Rock, man. I'm gonna roast her ass all day. Oh man,
it'd be fun. It's great, guys. Thank you guys for coming on, talking about relationships, a little tea time, got a little secrets behind the scenes and stuff. Hopefully, it helps some people out there who are in relationships.
Yep.
You know, somebody over here about to get married. And congratulations,
bro. It's about that time.
Yeah, everybody go in the comments, be like, "What's up? Congratulations, Nass."
Wait, quick question: does she live in? So you live in Germany?
Yeah, I'm in Germany right now.
So does she live in Germany?
She's in London.
Oh, she's still in London. Okay, got you.
So
and then is you moving? Is she moving with you, or are you moving with her?
So she'll come here after we get married.
Okay. Yeah.
Stay with me until I retire, bro. Feel me?
Yeah,
until you out of this world.
Career.
Yeah, man. Military life for real.
Oh, I didn't know you was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're doing. Okay.
Air Force.
You in. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was gonna say. You in like the Ghana military or something? Dude, we can cut this part out. I'm just bullshitting now, but
I'm keeping it in.
My boy, I thought my boy in the Ghana military, bro. He got the baton hat, or one of those, like, what hat I'm talking about.
Yeah.
More power to you, man. Shit, 20 years?
Yeah.
You 20?
I'm at 8 right now, so yeah.
Wow. Time flies, bro. Time freaking flies, bro. What a time to be alive, man. Well, shit, man. I'm just grateful to be here. Grateful to be alive, man. It's great talking to you guys.
Yeah. Same with y'all.
True.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. There are a ton more tea time episodes, as well as stories that are going to be shared on this podcast to come. So please like and subscribe or follow down below. And I will see you all next Military Brat Monday. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I am so excited to continue this journey with all of you.